Hey, 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 another beautiful day. Hey, Booch. Yeah. Alright, guys, you know how it is. You know how we do. We start a video on the outside of the studio, and, well, it's a traveling day, guys. We are on the road. Hey, welcome back to the studio. Whoa! Welcome back to the studio, Ryan, aka BloodShot Airbrushing, and all that good stuff. Alright, the Diablos, a local car club here in the city, is having their 14th annual Greaseball Bash. It's a local car show, guys, and we gonna check it out. I happen to know that we're going to run into at least one vehicle with some artwork by yours truly. But man, it's nothing newer than 64. So a couple of cool rides, I'm sure. Alright guys, no need to stick around in the studio. Let's get outside, enjoy this day, enjoy some sunshine, some vitamin D. I got my H2O and I'm good to go. Alright guys. Nothing to it but to do it. Rock it. And roll. Alright. Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna hang that right there while I unlock the beast.
And people think my spikes are just for show.
Oh, it's already hot in here. Bright and early in the afternoon. Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
You didn't really think I'd forget that, did you? Oh yeah, and we are only a couple blocks away from the show, guys, so this is gonna be a quick ride.
Alright guys, let's check out the show. Looks like quite a few rides. I'm gonna say it's a good turnout for show.
And this is by far one of my favorite shows, guys. We got everything here. You've got the hot rods, you've got the lead sleds, the cruisers, pinup girls. Oh yeah. Yeah, guys. Man, you got the old Pontiacs, the Caddies. There are some beautiful cars in this enormous city of ours. Lots of money. Lots of money on these strips of grass right here, guys. But check it out. Every one of them is unique, and some of them a little more extreme than others, guys. Yeah, some of the classics, and they all have their own flavor. And speaking of extreme flavor, check these guys out. Something y'all don't see every day. Yeah. Alright, back to the cars. Beautiful, guys. Some of my favorites are definitely the rat rods. And we got Johnny Law represented in your original F-150. But this is the Ford for me, guys. And check it out. I'm not the only one rocking spikes. Yeah. Oh man, I love these old trucks. Patina. Out the door. On the door? Yeah. Dudes, check out this extreme gasser. Oh man. Yeah. And again, back to your original restorations. all kinds in this fun fair of ours, guys. Everything from fully restored to aged to perfection and customized and mocked up, guys. This is quite the show. I'm a little overwhelmed. Look at these cars. Oh, and trucks. And trucks. Can't forget the trucks. Beautiful. And man, we're not even halfway through the show. So many cars here, guys. I hope you're reliving a little bit of memory lane through this little walkthrough that we got going on here, guys. Let me know, guys. Drop me a comment. Which one of these cars brings you back? The old Buicks, yeah. Yeah, the old farm trucks. Love it. Battle scars and everything. And here come the pinup girls. I swear they're following me. And wait a minute. Lime green PT Cruiser. Come on, guys. Nah. I guess. Oh, there you go. There you go. There's your true station wagon. And if you're talking lime green, it looks much better on that ride. Check it out, the old El Caminos. Ooh, that's where the goodies are. Right there in that blue box. Yup. The old Prohibition rum runner right there. That's me in a different era. Oh, guys. Just so many classics. And yeah, these weren't trailered in, guys. These guys all drove it. Full fit. You full fit. Yup. Guess that means he's race ready and ain't afraid to lose. Check out this thing. What is... Yup, later, dudes. But what is this? Oh, man. This is just oozing the cool factor. Oh, yeah. I would totally follow some stranger into this van. Ooh, comfy. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. And check out the breather tubes on this hot rod. Smokestacks galore on this flatbed. Oh, guys, I wish you could be here in person. Yeah, to see these things, one that ain't chopped, you see these things firsthand, and to be able to get inside. This is strange, they clear coated over top of the rust. And yeah, it's a sticker. That's better. There we go. Love that patina. I love the weathered look of the old beater that's been sitting on the farm for decades, just sitting there taking the abuse. I don't know. I can relate. Not as young as I once was. Guys, there's just too many cars to give you a good glimpse at every one of them. But, ooh, shiny. Super shiny. But, here we go. Here's one we will get into. What do you think of this? Terry, Chad, you guys are now YouTube famous. And before I pull Terry into this, guys, I'm just gonna take a quick little walk around. You can see some of the work done. And this is why we're here, guys. This is why we came, the low roller rat. And the attention to detail, guys. The bullet hole is even pulling off the fabric. The strings coming through. And here you can see, guys, I actually use some fishnet stocking to kind of get that straw sombrero look. And then I just use good old screen door material for the fabric texture for the poncho. And everything else, guys, is just stencils and freehand and stencils. Oh yeah, the low roller rat. And I actually took a bit of inspiration from the old cartoon movie, The Secret of Nymph. I know I'm totally dating myself on that one. But there it is. Alright guys, we're gonna talk to Terry, the owner of this amazing car.
Terry, my brother, tell me a little bit about this piece of art that you drive here.
Hey, son, I'm honored by your presence. I'm going to talk, and you might have to stop me from talking because there's so much room on this thing, and the screen is only so big.
Talk away, man. I know this is your pride and joy.
This is a 49 Ford Shoebox Business Coupe. Pop-out windows, made for the business guy in 47 that was selling Bibles and dictionaries.
Yes, Bibles and dictionaries.
And this was the low-cost transportation hauler for the traveling salesman of the day. These cars are made in this configuration. First of the slab side, Henry Ford was the first to go to this design, aerodynamic design, which is referred to slab side. The business coupe has got that slanted roof and the extended trunk for trunk space to carry stuff.
Junk in the trunk.
As they've turned out from the business coupe, now, of course, they're a desirable body design because they only made them 3 years. 49, 50, and 51. The only thing that changed in those years is the grille design. The interior is basically the way it was in the day, except I embellished it with doodads.
We gotta look at this interior, guys. Look at the amazing.
There's a doodad factor.
Not an inch overlooked.
So all this stuff that you see is stuff that is passionate to me, has a connection, stuff I've had for a lot of years that I finally found a home for, and it's been repurposed from what it was originally designed to be. Artwork on the door, the Piz, probably a lot of guys know the Piz. He allowed us to use his design. My son is a graphic guy, and he made these vinyl covers over aluminum to create this door panel effect. Doug Dorr, famous pinstriper from the SoCal area.
Oh, we all know who Doug Dorr is.
And locally, Von Anders, another legend and a local legend in Calgary.
Local legend. This is the man that taught me how to pinstripe, guys. Mr. Von Ander.
And you're lucky to have a mentor with the history Von Anders did. Zoom in on that. This is a classic piece for his art of detail. And
beauty.
The other part that is real near and dear to me is the low roller rat.
Tell us about this rat, Terry.
Well, this rat has a significant story to it, done by a real good friend of mine, Ryan from BloodShot. I invited him over to he's done some bike stuff for me. He had to do this for me because I had a vision, and I knew he was the only one that would get my vision. So a couple of years ago, wintertime, my heater goes out in my shop. I got space heaters. Ryan comes over with his compressor, and we come up with this idea of the rat, kind of a little bit of a look-alike with the goatee.
Yeah.
Bandolero, sometimes I wear that.
You bet.
I don't have any shotgun blasts in my ear, but we had to have that. Ryan took my idea and made it unbelievably unique.
This is what we do.
I brag about it all the time. And the technique he used from jumping from one side to the other and airbrushing this out so freehand. The other thing was he was shivering at the same time because it was 30 below outside and not much warmer inside. So
nothing like a starving artist.
We had a bowl of chili and then got back at her. Right? So this is a real significant part of the car as far as you got to zoom in on that, brother. So the car is solid, basic, the way Henry came out of the factory in terms of the transmission. Got the original motor that's got some 3/4 race goodies on it, I'll show you later. Rear end is Henry Ford, suspension is Henry Ford, so it steers exactly like Henry Ford wanted it to steer in 1949.
Nice, attention to detail.
When you're going down the road in this, it's like bonding with history.
There you go. Tell us about this engine, this powerhouse that you've created here.
This is the flathead. Started out as 239. It's 279 now. It's actually, the engine was built by a flathead wizard, Bert Curtis in Innisfail.
Nice.
And he did a great job massaging this to where it's reliable, but it has performance.
You bet.
So Henry came out with this motor in 49, and it was fresh at 100 horse. Edelbrock carburetor, 550 CFM, not too much gas, but just enough. And it's got some other little doodads going on, pusher fan. George Barris, when I built this car, I put it in the World of Wheels show the first time. Looked a little different then, but except for the paint. Anyway, George Barris, I toured with him for a little while doing the World of Wheels circuit when I had some custom bikes. Him and I became friends. I had nothing but admiration for the man, miss him. He was a very gracious person. Also, he was an unbelievable people person. He loved cars, he loved bikes, he liked customs, he liked individuality, but basically he was so good with his time because he loved people and would talk and talk. I'm probably chatting a little bit like he would, but he had more stories to tell. George Bear's signature, which I cherish, clear coated so it would always stay the same. Pusher fan on the flathead, took the mechanical fan off. These old flatties, they run a little hot and they need all the help they can get. So I took the mechanical fan off with a little bit of drag. This is a drop-in canister oil filter, classic, typical flathead part. Rather than buy an aluminum piece, getting too crazy on that, I made these brass rings, mounted on there to give it a bit of a steampunk flair, and also act like a heat sink and draw the heat out of the canister.
Yeah.
A little bit of assistance to the oil cooling.
Terry is actually my inspiration for the steampunk builds that I do, guys. This guy right here. I'll put some pictures of some of his work, man. You gotta check it out.
You should do that. And send a message to Ryan, Mr. Bloodshot, and get him to put on his full-on combat steampunk outfit.
I've showed them.
That's
They've
awesome.
seen it.
So this little piece here is an interesting conversation piece. In the 50s, when they were racing like a top fuel nitro flathead powered boats, these are the wooden boats rocking and rolling on Lake Havasu, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They develop an issue where if the boat stalled out in the water, the nitro fumes in the case would explode if they tried to start the motor again while they're out in the water. Blow the bottom out of the pan, blow the bottom out of the boat, not good. So this little piece was an aftermarket performance piece. Some people think it's a hair dryer, some people think it's a siren, but it's actually a mini blower to purge the fumes from the crankcase.
Pretty cool.
So it's
pretty
just a neat
cool.
piece. A friend of mine gave that to me, and the stories go on and on and on.
I can only imagine.
So I'm going to tell you about another interesting piece here.
Please do, Terry. I'm loving your stories.
Queen Elizabeth's mother commissioned a carriage company to make components for the royal family, for their carriages and for games and whatnot. One of the pieces that was made for the royal family and commissioned was this devil, this riding the wheel.
No way. How cool is that?
Cast sterling silver. If you go on Google Red Devil, because originally, if you look, you'll see the story. I could go on and on about it, but you can go zero in on it yourself.
That's pretty cool.
So this Red Devil was red. I bought this from a guy in England that had two of them, and he had one on the front fender of his bike. And I messaged him and go, dude, I need one. So that's how this came to me. But if you zero in on it, it's just a real interesting piece with a real interesting story that oddly enough fits perfect on this piece. Low roller.
The low roller.
The low roller's got just a little flash of high roller stuff on it.
I see
Not
that.
too much, just enough.
It's a beautiful ride, Terry. It's a beautiful ride.
It is all funny how things in life gravitate you. Never take things for granted when you're traveling, talking to people. Live in the moment. Pay attention to what's around you. And if something sparks your passion and you've never seen it before, think about it. And if you have the resources, make it your own, because the stuff that's in this car is all stuff that that gravitated to me over the years. Pieces from Germany, from Berlin, the altitude meter and the stopwatch from a B-52 bomber, gas pedal from a drum set, even a Buck Rogers ray gun, and the microphone in the saw. And if you run into trouble, I can call the devil direct through that handset on the dash.
There you go. Well, it's quite a piece of art, my friend, and thank you for sharing your time. Thank you for sharing your stories and your ride. And I think we got some rain clouds coming in, guys. I think we're gonna have to wrap this up. It's looking a little gray, so I think we're gonna get on our way, guys.
Rock and roll. Happy trails.
Thanks, Terry.
Yeah, we've already got some guys making a break for it. But like I said, man, these are all driven in, and some of these guys got a long drive ahead of them. But not my homeboy Chad. This is Terry's son, and the one who actually introduced me to Terry in the first place on his custom chopper. Rock on, brother. And I'd love to be able to take credit for this amazing paint job on this chopper, but no, I can't. The bike itself was built and painted by an amazing fabricator in town here, guys. Built some amazing custom motorcycles. Dale of Mad Jap Customs. And this is just one of his rolling pieces of art. And we may get Chad on the camera yet. He is the owner of Lucky You Designs. He does all my digital work, guys. My stickers, my t-shirt designs. We come up with the ideas together. I do the artwork and he does the graphics. And yeah, these rods, man, I tell ya, it is a thing of beauty. Yeah. I wish upon a star to have one day that beautiful car. Or the throaty pickup. Alright guys, we're gonna start to make our way back. Again, there's just so many cars, far too many to cram into one video. But I do gotta come back and get a better look at this rat rod, guys. Bare bones, brass tacks, man. A friggin' oil barrel, license plates for the firewall, and look at how low this thing sits. Yeah, that one and this dually, probably my favorites of the show. The 49 Coupe low roller rat will always have a special place in my heart, but this is just, it's just too cool, guys. I love the innovation that goes into these rat rods. Repurposing anything and everything just to get it on the road. And man, the old T-Bird, guys. This was when body lines meant something. They just don't make them like they used to, and they never will. Man, beautiful. And we gotta take a closer look at this gasser. Oh my god. Look at this thing. It's a beast. Absolute monster. Miss Mayhem indeed. 4th place. IW 4th place. And hey, it's not a sticker. It's actually hand painted on there. Pretty impressive. And that's that, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll boogie on back to the truck, get back to the studio. Come along. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show, guys. We're gonna fire up the beast and forward march. Or backwards, I guess. One way in, one way out. And there goes another one now, guys. Beautiful. And drop me a line, guys. Which ones were your favorites of the show? You know mine. Tell me yours.
So what did you guys think of that one? Enjoy the show? I hope you did. Some pretty cool cars that we've got in this city of ours. And hey, we got back before it rained. So, bonus, guys. I will take that as a win. And hey, a little bit of history, guys. Some old school cars. And a reminder, guys, tutorial coming up. How I painted this gnarly little skull. And all of his little buddies as well. Alright guys, that's it for this one. As always, like, follow, subscribe. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Cheers. And don't forget, guys, we got brand new BloodShot merch. I'll put a link in the description so you can easily find it. And be sure to check out all the other videos, guys. Airbrushing for beginners, airbrushing hacks, and project tutorials. Cheers.